Welcome to ZoomTV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience.
We're going to try to give you some information and then educate you along the way, as well as have a lot of fun, especially today because we are here for an entire hour.
We are, and what we've decided to do is focus on different things that fly, drive and float in each state, starting today with WA.
I guess you could call it a ZoomTV challenge almost.
It is. What we're going to do is all of us have chosen one thing that we want to do, and we're going to do it within the one day.
I know, it's going to be a bit of a test, but I think we've got it in us. And today I've chosen something that is kind of new to Perth. It's kind of, but it's something I've wanted to do for ages, and it's like walking tours, but without walking.
How do you do a walking tour without walking?
You'll see what I mean.
Okay, so this is a Segway. It needs two things. It needs you on it, and it needs to be activated as well.
And what about you, Aaron? What have you chosen?
Well, I've chosen something I've done before, but have you ever been in a V8 race car?
I have not. Is that what we're doing?
Well, today you will be.
Plus, Toyota have completely redesigned the Camry, and I got to take one for a ride thanks to City Toyota. This is the final Camry to be built in Australia, and it's not your typical update. And who's today's celebrity hitchhiker?
He's a very funny man, Kate. It's Mr. Peter Rosethorn. What was the first acting job you ever had?
Oh, I was in a show called Special Squad, which was on in the early 80s, I think, and I was in the background as a busker with my friend who I was busking with at the time.
So we've obviously got a huge day ahead of us, so before you do the whole welcome thing, where is Alan?
Alan Simon sent me a text, meet me at the Barrack Street jetty.
Is that a challenge?
I think it is.
Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Can we go?
We can go.
Can go to the welcome.
So get ready, it's time for ZoomTV.
All right, go, 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 go.
Go.
I think it's pretty clear what we're doing.
Should have guessed, he's done this before.
Has he? I've done it before, have you?
No.
Here they are. It's Kate. Hello, darling. Good to see you. And Aaron.
Hello.
Hi. Do you know Paul from
Paul.
Total Nissan?
Nice
Now,
to meet you.
you don't know what the heck you're doing today, do you?
Got an idea, Al.
Bit of a clue? Well, thanks to Total Nissan, we are going on a Catalina Adventures jet boat blast. It's going to be wild.
I didn't bring my
It's
babies.
going to be wet. It's going to be wonderful. Let's go.
I'm not dressed for this.
Thank you.
G'day guys and welcome aboard Catalina Adventures. Here we are on our Swan Jet Blast. So today we're going to go for a bit of a cruise out around the Swan River. We're going to go out and we're going to be doing about 35 to 40 knots. Okay, hopefully going to throw this boat into some spins. So hold on and let's have a good ride.
Okay. Woo, let's do it.
On you, Captain.
Let's go.
OK, I hope you got your sea legs, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Hang on to your hats.
One more time! One more time!
How
One more
fantastic.
time! One more time!
That way.
Woo! Well done, Luke. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, Alan, thank you very much for organising
Pleasure.
that. That
Did you
was
like
pretty
it?
idea. That was crazy. Paul, have you
Thanks, Al.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Now,
Thanks,
the
Paul.
next challenge is the one that I've organised, and it's not as crazy as that, but I'm going to go get it set up now. Aaron, can you help me?
All
I'm
right.
going to give a hand.
We'll see you soon.
Yes,
See ya.
go.
Thanks, Paul.
No problem.
Thanks, Paul.
Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on at Total Nissan in Cannington.
Plenty at the moment. We've got end of financial year sales and deals. We've got drive away campaigns. We've got free servicing, which is fantastic. And of course, we've got the brand new Navara, which I know you guys actually featured in your show last week. It's been a long time in the making, and it's an all new car from the ground up. It's just sensational. It's great features, great safety, a really good looking car as well.
And Paul, you're the new sales manager out there, yeah?
Yes.
You've been away for a little while and you've come back to the fold.
Absolutely.
How's the Nissan product changed?
For the last 5 years, I have been away, I've just come back, and other than two products, everything has changed. Everything's more spacious, better features, better safety. safety, better design. So Nissan has just gone from, going forwards in leaps and bounds.
Thanks for your help.
Appreciate
and thanks
it.
for
No, it's been
coming on a
really
ride with us
enjoyable.
today.
No, it's been fantastic, wasn't it?
After the break, Kate is in a new Camry. Sorry, Paul.
No.
And then we'll find out about her walking without walking challenge. See you in a couple of minutes.
Do you want to get more out of your diesel? Well, let the team at United Fuel Injection help you. They're the experts in diesel fuel injection, turbocharging and vehicle performance technologies. Make an appointment today and get more torque out of your diesel at unitedfuel.com.au.
Everybody loves consistency. When you're buying something new, like a car for example, you always look into its history and its reputation. And if something is consistently good, well, you're more than likely going to look into it. The Toyota Camry is consistently the best-selling mid-size sedan in Australia, and now its latest range has had a facelift everybody is talking about. It's still your favourite Camry, but this one will be sure to get your attention in new ways. This is the final Camry to be built in Australia, and it's not your typical update. In fact, some say the new look Camry looks nothing like the previous model. They call it a big minor change, with every panel on the car, apart from the roof, being completely restyled across the range, giving you the Altis, Atara S, Atara SX, and the Atara SL. Today, I'm taking the sportiest member of the family for a ride, the Atara SX. And if the new look is anything to go by, I can assure you the drive matches its style. Camrys are getting so much more fun to drive, and it's about time its style reflected this. Just look at the new front end. It's very sleek and sexy and designed to have dynamic movement from front to rear. The large grille gives it that sporty and aggressive nature, and adding to this is the 18-inch black alloy wheels, rear lip spoiler and rear bumper. All in all, it's stunning, dynamic, bold, and it's where Toyota is moving in the future. Wayne, Camry have clearly stepped up on the styling side of things, and I have taken it for a quick spin, loving it. What are your thoughts?
Kate, it's almost a brand new model. So in Toyota language, it's a BMC, so a big minor change, where they've re-engineered every panel in the vehicle and introduced a couple of new vehicles in the lineup as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive. Now I need to know the fast facts. Warranty.
Warranty is covered by a 3 years and 100,000 kilometre warranty.
Okay, servicing.
Servicing is covered by Toyota Service Advantage, so it's a fixed price service every 9 months for $140.
How good is that? And I've got to ask, on this sporty car, your favourite feature?
My favourite feature is those black alloy wheels. They really hug the arches and look really sporty.
Available in both hybrid and petrol, there's a Camry to suit everyone. The Atara SX comes with a 2.5 litre dual VVTi petrol engine producing up to 135 kilowatts, meaning there's plenty of grunt when you need it. Fuel efficiency is also very impressive, consuming only 7.8 litres per 100k. Well, so far, so good. The Atara SX is seriously fun to drive. You can really feel the sports suspension, and you can actually tell that it's been tuned specifically for Australian roads, which is really nice. The handling stability is really responsive, it's great around bends, and it still delivers that comfortable ride that Camry is known for. The Atara SX comes in a 6-speed automatic with paddle shifts to help deliver that sporty drive. And in case you weren't feeling sporty enough, it also comes with sports pedals, sleek leather accented seats, and if you look under the body, you'll find design features inspired by Formula One racing technology. How cool is that? Inside, they've added even more space. There is plenty of leg and headroom, and it's got a really cool contemporary design to it. Around the place, you'll find lots of clever little storage compartments, and what's really handy is that the rear seats provide a 60-40 split design, which means you can fold them down to fit even larger things inside the boot and access it from inside the cabin. As far as technology goes, the Atara SX has it all. A 6.1-inch screen audio display with voice recognition and Toyota Link system, which has built-in apps on your display screen like the weather report and fuel finder, so you don't need to reach for your phone. There's auxiliary and USB inputs, 6 speakers, steering wheel controls, Bluetooth with multimedia streaming, and reversing camera with parking guidelines. The list goes on. With 7 airbags and all the latest safety features, the Camry has been awarded a 5-star ANCAP safety rating, which means there is no safer car on the road for you and your family. If you want to check out the entire range, head to citytoyota.net.au or follow the links from our website.
Today we're here at United Fuel Injection, who are not only experts in fuel injection, but look after a whole range of products as well, including work on diesel engines. So, we're going to take a look at the age-old question, should we be driving petrol or diesel engines? A petrol engine compresses a fuel-air mixture and then ignites it with a spark. The diesel engine compresses just air, but to such a high pressure and temperature that when the fuel is injected, it ignites automatically without the need for a spark. This is the fundamental difference between the two engines. Of course, that is a simplified explanation, but essentially a diesel engine has to deliver more compression than a petrol engine does in order to get the fuel to ignite. Now this is a diesel cylinder head, my fist is a diesel piston. The diesel piston needs to compress the air to a greater degree than the petrol engine, so therefore the piston must be stronger, also the conrod and the crankshaft thicker to cope with those extra forces. The high torque output of the modern diesel engine comes from the extreme cylinder pressures derived by turbocharging. While petrol engines are able to achieve higher revs to make their power and torque, the diesel engine is limited by the slow burn rate of the fuel. Steve, I've tried to explain in layman's terms why a diesel engine has more torque than a petrol engine, and I know you guys here do a lot of work on diesel engines. What are some of the other benefits of a diesel engine?
One of the great benefits of the diesel engine over the petrol is that the diesel will only use the amount of fuel required to get the job done. So if you're in light city running and you're sitting idling at traffic, where a petrol has to be at somewhere between 13 and 15 parts of fuel to air, a diesel can have 100 parts air to fuel.
Now there is a very good reason why nearly all trucks are diesel and most forms of commercial transport are also diesel. The diesel engine is more economical, delivers more power and of course has more torque. The team at United Fuel Injection repair and readjust diesels and they really know their stuff. If you're having any problems with your diesel engine, you really need to give the folks a call at United Fuel Injection.
Welcome back to the 1 hour special of ZoomTV. Today has been awesome so far. We are doing the ZoomTV challenge where we are exploring things that drive, fly and float in WA. Now this morning Alan challenged us on the jet boats and now it's time for me to reveal my challenge. And joining me today is Chad here. He is the eldest son of Wayne Smith from City Toyota. Chad, you excited?
Yeah.
Look at your hat, your dad would be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, now you know what we're doing, don't you?
Yes.
I haven't done it before, I'm pretty excited. I don't think Alan's done it before either, so I'm gonna see if he can actually hack this. What do you reckon? Here you are.
Where are we? What is this?
I think you've got a pretty clear idea as to what we're doing. Segwaying, that's what we're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Segue on, get some training.
Okay.
Okay, we've got to get you a high-vis vest. We've got to do some training first and then we're off, okay? You
Let's
ready?
go.
Yeah. Let's do it, come on.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a Segway. It needs two things. It needs you on it and it needs to be activated as well. So it's simple as stepping up a set of stairs after that. So grab hold of both the hand grips and step up in one clean motion onto the machine, okay? Transfer your weight forwards and you'll go forwards on the machine. Transfer your weight backwards and it'll stop. To go left and right, we use the lean steer. See by the construction over here on the right-hand side, this is where the new footbridge goes across to Vic Park as well.
Phew, I finally got the hang of
Hey.
this. This is awesome.
It's great, isn't it?
So tell me, Owen, why segways? What got you into it?
2004, I did a tour in Washington, DC, and just knew I had to bring them back. So it took me 7 years to change the laws and the permitting, and then I brought them back here.
7 years, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Now tell me, where do the tours take you around Perth?
So we either go east up to East Perth Cove here, or we go down to the University of West Australia, west, or we do a centralised loop around Perth, which is the Riverside Tour.
That's just such a fun and unique way to see Perth. And you obviously teach people some stuff along the way as well?
Absolutely, we teach about history and culture and also upcoming events.
So you've got something for everyone, really, don't you?
That's right.
And Rottnest as well?
Yes, we have.
Well, Rottnest, I've got to give it a try because that's one of my favourite places. And if you haven't given this a shot, you absolutely have to. The website is segwaytourswa.com.au. And hey, you might even win yourself a free ride because we have 2 double passes to give away. And to enter, just go to our website, which is ZoomTV.com.au, and hit the competition tab. Well, thank you, Owen. This has been unreal.
Great, well, let's round up the troops and go then.
All right, sounds good.
I'm Chad Smith. You're watching ZoomTV thanks to City Toyota.
Well, there is an old story about a race between a tortoise and a hare, and of course we all know the tortoise won. Why is it so? Well, this is my theory. It was a long race and there were a number of overnight stops. The hare had nowhere to stay, but the tortoise had his house on his back. So, what's that got to do with Australia and today? Well, you can jump in a plane and go to the other side of Australia very quickly. But if you want to get out and smell the roses and see this great countryside of ours, what better way to do it than with a mobile home? Today we're going to be looking at the fantastic Sunliner Holiday G52, and I'll tell you what, it is a great rig. Now before we even step inside, we can see the finish and the quality of this product. Opening the door, come in with me and see the rest of the great features. The Holiday series is one of the most advanced, stylish and easy to drive motorhomes on the road. And today I'm focusing on the Holiday G52. The Sunliner Holiday series has a huge range of options and layouts. In fact, they will suit any traveller's needs. Now, you can customise to whatever you want. The number of beds, the number of tables, where you want the fridge, even where you want the shower. Now, the G52, this one looks pretty good to me. The Holiday G52 is available on a Ford, Mercedes, Iveco, or like the one we're on today, the Fiat Ducato with a 4.5 tonne chassis. Now this gives a solid and trustworthy foundation for everything it carries. Well, this is my script and this has more features than the length of my arm, but let's have a go. Out the front, it's got reversible front seats, a dinette. Up here, a double bed for the kids or guests. Plenty of space under the seats, a full-size fridge, a microwave. Of course, a kitchen sink, an oven, gas stove, and an exhaust fan. Also, plenty of storage area in here. And the big plus is a big, large shower and toilet. Excuse me. Now, if you're like me, the most important part of a holiday is getting a good night's sleep. Now, you think that this just folds down into a bed. Well, that's not correct because this one has the unique drop-down bed. Now, the mattress is not just cheap foam, it's quality inner sprung. Just another piece of detail that's put into Sunliners. Now, the first thing you notice in the driver's seat is how easy and responsive it is to drive. In fact, it drives like a much smaller vehicle. Our model has LED reading downlights, custom fitted bedspread and pillow set, plus imported timber and custom upholstery of the very popular modern finish. Most motorhomes are built for functionality, and that can make them look pretty clunky. But Sunliner has been working very hard to create a line of motorhomes that not only have all the interior features you could want, but also make the exterior something appealing to look at. Features such as power and water outlets, reversing camera, gas bottle, awning and cabin entry steps make the G52 the perfect, comfortable, go-anywhere vehicle. Now, if you want to join the ever-expanding group of people getting out and exploring our great country, click on to sunliner.com.au or ZoomTV. Now, seriously, this is the way to get out and see our great country.
Now, we still have one more challenge left for our ZoomTV special, but up next we have Alan. He's going to take to the skies and actually fly a plane with a ZoomTV Rewind.
Have you ever wanted to learn to fly? This is the place to come to spread your wings and zoom into the freedom of the skies. It's the Royal Aero Club of Western Australia here at Jandakot. This is one of the nation's largest, and certainly one of the best, flying training organisations. Let's have a look around. With multi-million-dollar facilities, over 40 aircraft and 40 qualified flight instructors, the Royal Aero Club is a leader in flying training. They also maintain their aircraft fleet right here and keep them in the best possible condition with maintenance checks and a strict regime of servicing intervals. There are many reasons we may choose to fly. Perhaps it's a love of aerobatics, maybe a career with the airlines, or perhaps just the ability to pilot your own aircraft with your friends and family on board to any destination you choose. Over 40 career-orientated, highly skilled professional pilots are employed to provide your training requirements. These qualified instructors will look after you every step of the way. And this is something for all learning and experienced aviators to take good note of. The Royal Aero Club also offers scenic and joy flights, charter flights and schools programs, as well as conducting regular seminars to assist those interested in learning to fly. And just to prove that anyone can learn to fly, they even gave me my wings.
That's right, Alan. Just every now and again, a few slip through the system.
Thanks very much. Well, it's been a while since I've flown a Cessna 172 like this, so instructor Steve Jones has agreed to take me up on a bit of a refresher. Well, we've done the pre-flight, the aircraft is fit and ready to fly, so let's kick the tyres and light the fires.
Let's go, Alan.
Okay, mate. Steve here has one of the best office windows in the world, as you can see. Steve, what are the things to remember when we're learning to fly or flying in general?
Well, Alan, it's all about just getting out there and having fun. Obviously, you need to make sure you don't exceed your own limitations and the limitations of the aircraft, but it's all about enjoying yourself, and that's the main important part of learning to fly, and that's what we encourage down at the Royal Aero Club, getting out there and testing your skills and really enjoying yourself.
That's what we're going to try and do today. From the vintage Tiger Moth, to the workhorse Cessnas, to the sleek and fast Mooney aircraft and the range of twin-engine machines, the Royal Aero Club of WA is waiting to get you airborne. Call them here at Jandakot on 9417 0000 or dial them up on the net racwa.asn.au.
When Korea first started sending their cars to Australia, many locals thought, well, they wouldn't last long. Let's face it, we all thought the Japanese and the Americans had the market sewn up. But over the years, the Korean imports have quietly chipped away, watching and learning and slowly taking over. And now they've thrown out an absolute scorching car that blends aggressive styling with performance and affordability and class. Say hello to the brand new Kia Cerato Coupe. When you factor in affordability and style, the Cerato Coupe is impressive. I like the way it looks. I like the fact that it's a coupe, so it's got two doors, which means less vertical lines, and it allows the horizontal lines to flow more smoothly. Tell you what, this is a head turner. Kia first brought the coupe to Australian shores in 2013, and it was their very first turbocharged model. It was also the most powerful car available on Aussie roads for under $30,000, and that made it very popular with drivers who wanted a little more grunt under the hood without the grunt in the bank account. So, does Kia's latest offering stand up to its competition? My opinion, it does. You see, when they first released the coupe, it was probably a little bit too aggressive. In the 2015 model, they've dialed back the aggression just a touch. Sure, it still looks great on the road, it's very eye-catching, but this time round, it gives you a great ride and a little bit of sophistication. While the Cerato is available in a sedan and a hatch, it's the coupe which is the one you really want. And it's not just because it looks slick from the outside. Under the hood, there's a 1.6 litre turbocharged 6-speed auto that will take you from 0 to 100 in just over 7 seconds. And it's also available in a 6-speed manual, which is actually Australia's most powerful car under $30,000. You learn something new every day. This is in fact the same engine that you'll find in its cousin, the Hyundai Veloster, but it's what Kia have done with all the mechanical parts that support it that set the coupe apart. At the top of the list is the perfectly tuned steering and suspension that match our Australian road conditions perfectly. And when you put your foot down, you'll be surprised at the lack of steering torque you'd expect from that angry turbo. Come on, give me one happy smile. As a result, the handling is one of the most impressive features of the coupe. It's predictable and gives you confidence if you want to throw it into some tight turns. Combine that with the progressive automatic gearbox with the sporty paddle shifters and you find yourself with one very reassuring ride. Now, the inside of the coupe continues the sporty theme, helped by sporty seats, sporty steering wheel with these great paddles at the back so you can change through the gears, a dual analog digital display that's really easy to read, look-alike carbon fibre inserts, brushed aluminium pedals. Now, it looks fantastic, but above all, it's extremely comfortable. If you want features like satellite navigation, full leather interior and dual zone climate control, you'll have to opt for the Touring Pack, which is a little bit extra. But either way, the coupe comes with push button start, Bluetooth with audio streaming and LED dust sensing headlights as standard. Now, when it comes to a coupe, or coupe as some people like to say the word, most people will think impractical. 2 doors and normally a small back seat. Well, those people, when it comes to the Cerato coupe, would be wrong because its rear seat offers you more space than you'd expect, and so too does the boot. 378 litres of unexpected boot space, to be exact. And that makes all the difference when compared to its compatriot, the Veloster. The coupe is more practical and more comfortable on long drives, with plenty of legroom and headroom. With a 5-star NCAP safety rating, the Kia Coupe is not just affordable, stylish and a great drive, it's also extremely safe. You know, the entry-level performance car market in Australia is a very competitive one. Now, with the Kia Coupe, I believe you've got something that must be on your radar. So Colin, tell me, how has the new coupe been received by buyers?
Really well, Aaron. The new Kia Coupe, it's got European styling, it's got some really nice features. Also comes with great fuel economy, 8 litres per 100 kilometres.
And it also comes with great peace of mind, doesn't it?
That's correct. It comes with a 7-year factory warranty with roadside assistance as well.
To get more information on the Kia Cerato Coupe, drop into Cannington Kia. You'll get a great price and great service because they're part of Australia's largest motoring group, AHG. Jump onto canningtonkia.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTV. Coming up after the break, you're attending a live event with me thanks to United Fuel Injection, the MC Motorsport Club Sprint Day. That's up next on ZoomTV. Welcome back to Zoom TV. I'm now with Jürgen from MC Motorsports. Jürgen, thank you very much for inviting Zoom out to share your sprint day.
You're welcome here. Today we've got a bunch of competitors from the Porsche Club and a variety of other different car clubs coming to use our awesome facility here to run in the Club Sprint Championship.
It is an awesome facility. I mean, you've got tracks everywhere, there's cars everywhere. Now this is actually it's a car racing track.
It's a road circuit with manoeuvring areas, skid pans we use for driver training, as well as for our motorsport. We run our V8s, our MR2 Rally Blasters over here. But today is about individuals bringing their own cars out and racing in their own cars. Base level motorsport, so it's introductory level. Some of these guys, it's their first ever event. We've got about half a dozen guys being timed for the first time today. and a bunch of experienced competitors as well.
Now, MC Motorsport's quite unique, isn't it? Because it's not really a racing team, it's a car education facility, isn't it?
We are. We're trainers. We run performance driving courses. We offer the venue for vehicle tuning, for driver tuning. We have experienced instructors on hand. So anyone who buys a high-performance car or have a car that has some kind of performance and want to try it out in a safe environment, through legislation these days, 3 seconds of full throttle and there goes your car. Here you can come out and have a real good play in safe hands, oversight by good instructors, or in-car instruction from the instructors.
Now, the thing about driver tuning and car tuning, it's not about getting your car running right, and it's not about you just the driver a little bit. It's a way of describing you help improve each driver and help understand what their car can and can't do.
The easiest way to make a car go quicker is fix the nut behind the wheel. And that's what we're experienced at. We look after the drivers, get them doing the correct things in a safe environment, in a nurturing way.
Okay, so tell us about the day. What are we in for all the way through to the end?
We're going to see a whole bunch of different cars today, having timed runs. At our venue here, we don't do door-to-door racing. It's nice, safe, well spread apart, so we guarantee to send your car home safely at the end of the day. Cars launch at about 15-second intervals. We put about 4 cars at a time on the track, timed. They break a timing beam at the end, roll into the pits, huge big grin on their face, run straight to the timing board and see how well they've done.
Well, hopefully I get to have a little bit of a go and you won't be able to get the smile off my face. Now, thank you very much for having us out here. We really appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of fun. To MC Motorsport, well, maybe, we've got a bit of a challenge on at the moment, so maybe I could bring the guys out here, Kate and Alan, and you can let us have a go in one of the V8 race cars. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Come out soon, you'll have a ball.
If you're passionate about things that fly, drive or float, there's no better place to feed that passion than attending a live event. Thanks to United Fuel Injection, the best place to get more torque out of your diesel, here are our 3 favourites submitted by you. If you're in Queensland and you love dyno comps, sound-offs, RC Derby racing, or experiencing custom machines on display, then the CMC Megameet 10 is made for you. There'll be street machines, classics, utes, hot rods, low riders, and plenty more on show on Saturday 13th of June at the Broadwater Parklands in Southport. Free admission for spectators, but if you want to get involved in the show and shine, entry is just $10. The Truck and TV, Truck, Car and Bike Show is your best bet for all things that make a whole lot of noise. Come along and see rare and perfectly built trucks, hot rods and custom bikes while enjoying live entertainment, trade stalls and plenty of food. There's trophies up for grabs for the best vehicles. Entry is just $5 and it all happens on Sunday the 14th of June at the Pine Rivers Showgrounds in Launton. And over on the West Coast, it's the massive West Australian Hot Rod and Street Machine Spectacular. This huge event has been around for 20 years and is now the premier event for custom car builders to showcase their latest creations and of course meet other enthusiasts. There's plenty of action for spectators. It runs all weekend over the 13th and 14th of June at the Claremont Showgrounds starting at 9 AM. To find out more, go to zoomtv.com.au. Now, if you've got a live event coming up, we'd love to help you give it a plug. All you've got to do is go to our website, click on the events page, tell us about the event, upload some pictures, maybe some video, and we will do the rest. Here they are, Kenny. Well done. About time you guys got here.
What is this?
Fantastic. Oh, what does it look like? Well, we've got Ken here from United Fuel Injection. I thought I'd match their torque with the torque of a V8 racing machine.
So what are we exactly doing?
We're going to go in there and do a couple of hot laps around the race course here, thanks to the guys at MC Motorsport.
That is unreal.
Okay, we've got to go get suited up like Kenny, though.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Let's go, Ken.
Let's go.
Kate's away.
Okay, Kate,
Really?
you're in. You're in.
That was a lot faster than I was expecting.
Oh, yes.
Look at her, she's
It's a bit wide, actually.
She's a bit wider than last. Look at her. You're a little bit wide, Kate.
That was terrifying.
Good.
Thank you very much for
Alan
terrifying
in.
me. That was
Yeah.
great. Thank
I'll
you.
have a go.
Here we go. Look at that, Al.
There you go. Good, mate.
Okay, he's going to be okay with his pacemaker.
Ah, yeah, I'll try.
Oh, you got a bit more colour on your face than I did.
It's just like a Saturday morning drive down to Woolies. It's fantastic.
Can you take it out of kiddie speed now? Okay.
Bring it home, Aaron.
Just have fun.
Bring it home.
That was awesome.
Unreal.
Well
Good
done.
challenge. Good challenge.
I tell you what, I gave this guy a high five at the wrong corner. I thought, well done. He was like, no, there's one more, and we almost lost it, but you pulled it back very well, Lee. Well done. We're done, guys.
That was a
Wow.
huge day, and I think WA
Fantastic.
wins as far as exciting things
Certainly
to do.
does.
It does. The sun's almost down, and we just did 3 exciting things in WA. I mean, what an effort. What an effort.
Huge effort. Can we get changed now? Can I go home?
Go get changed. Go get changed. Thank you very, very, very much. Thanks, United Fuel. Now, how about we have a bit of a chat, Lee? You can tell us a bit more about the actual racing itself. Now, Lee, how long have you been involved in MC Motorsport?
I've been working here for 2 years now.
Okay, now, how do you get a job driving a race car every day?
Well, they brought me in for my, my motorcycling skills. Turns out I actually used to race cars, so I actually got to drive the V8s as well as do the motorcycle training.
The hardest job in the world. Now, so people at home don't get the wrong idea, MC Motorsport is all about teaching people how to actually, I suppose, understand their weaknesses, understand their car's weaknesses, and be a better driver.
Yeah, we're just about developing more of an all-round package for each individual, car and driving, and same with their bikes. Teach them about their bikes and their riding, and just make them safer all round, really.
Okay, well, I've had a ball. Thank you very much for being part of our challenge. You made it a fun day. Now, Lee, before we go, 2 people at home, thanks to MC Motorsport, are going to get a chance to win 2 vouchers to come down here and have a crack with the hot laps.
Yes.
All you got to do is jump onto the website, zoomtv.com.au, and enter, and you could be down here like we were, having a blast. I reckon there's a little bit more light left though, Lee. You reckon you could squeeze a couple more laps in or what?
I think we've got a couple more in it.
I think we've got a couple more in it. Welcome back to Zoom TV. Now, I'm not with someone that's struggling to make a living. I'm actually with a very professional actor, Mr. Peter O'Toole. Now,
Thanks,
you?
Aaron. I am. Well, actually, I do struggle, but that's all right.
Mate, you're probably one of the most regular celebrity hitchhikers, so you're bumming around everywhere.
That's all I do. It's my only job.
Well, it's actually on the flip side. You're one of the busiest actors probably in, well, working out of Perth at the moment anyway.
I've been very lucky like that, yeah. Oh, of course, I host the West Real Estate program, but I'm at the moment working for Black Swan Theatre Company in a play called Glengarry Glen Ross, which is a fantastic thing because it's a serious piece. For me, it's serious.
Okay, now I happen to be speaking to Mr. John Hughes, one of the supporters of the show, and he said, Aaron, if you want to learn how to be a great salesman, go and watch the movie. Could you say the same thing about the play?
It's a great play to do. There's a lot of words. It's fire. It goes at a big rate of knots. It's fast. There's no interval. It runs through in sort of 85, 90 minutes, and it's a really great piece for me to do. It's not a funny role for me. It's a serious role, and I like challenges like that. And Black Swan Theatre Company, a great theatre company, and offer great opportunities like this to me occasionally, and I've taken it with both hands, my friend.
Okay, so as an actor who is famous for being funny, and you're incredibly funny, man.
Thank you.
People say the same about me, but
Yeah, you are.
So how do you?
For the wrong reasons.
Well, probably using the same comparison, people say to me, "How do you act like a rough guy?" Because I'm a very handsome man.
You're very handsome.
How do you go from being a comedian to a very serious person?
Oh, scripts give you that. The scripts will just guide you. You know, that's so well written, this play, that if you just say the words and you know, don't pull funny faces, you'll get away with it.
So you're ready for the Fast Five. So now I want you to put a bit of a twist on it because you're used to these questions.
Yep.
Okay. So ordinarily the question would be the first car you ever owned, but I'm going to twist it. What was the first acting job you ever had?
Oh, I was in a show called Special Squad, which was on in the early 80s, I think, and I was in the background as a busker with my friend who I was busking with at the time. There was a guy getting chased and we were buskers. You remember that one? I wasn't playing guitar, I was just miming guitar.
Police officers with disabilities, that's how I kind of picture that.
Special squad team. Do this one.
Exactly. Stop.
Stop or I'll shoot.
On crutches and stuff like that, blind people shooting guns. What is your worst role you've ever had to play?
Oh, gee. Worst performance? I did a live cross for, oh, Jesus, embarrassing. For something on Channel 7 prior to the grand final when the West Coast Eagles were playing Geelong in 1992, it would have been. And I had to act like I was breaking into the hotel to try and find out, you know, where to talk to the West Coast Eagles and Mick Malthouse. And every time they crossed to me, I was just bad. I was in the unfunny zone for the entire evening. And a guy the next day at a barbecue said, "That was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen on television. You should be ashamed of yourself." To my face.
I used to play amateur footy. I used to have a really bad game, and people would say, "You know, good game, mate, good game." You could kind of tell they actually came when they come to you and say it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. It was super bad.
The next question would ordinarily be, "What is your opinion of the best car?" So I'm going to turn it to, "What is your opinion of the best role you've ever played, and why?"
Best role I've ever played. I'll tell you what. The two plays I've done for this company, I've been pretty happy with. I'm happy with this role from Glengarry Glen Ross with Shelley Levine. And Telly, yeah, it would have been Brett probably, doing Kath and Kim, and just being a nice... He sort of played the audience sort of funny, so he was a good everyman. He was sort of a good listener and he could watch all these weird characters around him, and I just liked the way it was pitched.
What is the current car you drive today?
I have got a Lexus Hybrid, which is so quiet, I ran over my dog in it. The dog couldn't hear it coming. That's true. No, the dog didn't die.
It's true.
The dog's fine. The dog's all good.
That makes it
flatter
funny.
than it used to be.
That makes it funny.
You know.
Doesn't have the same bark either, like a little squeaky toy bark now.
But every time I pick up the keys now, hey, the dog's going nowhere near it.
I don't even have to ask you the next question, which is, what is your greatest fear?
Running over the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reaction of your children, the 4 children and your wife when you do that.
That wasn't great. Because when I was actually trying to jack the car up to get the dog out from underneath the car, because it's a very low car, it's quite a fat dog, and the dog was stuck there, I was doing this. I was jacking the car up, and my wife thought I was doing this to the dog. I killed it. You killed it! I'm jacking the car up, it's all right. The dog out, the dog stood up and walked away.
Yeah, I would have pretended the dog was okay, just changing the tyre. Dog's fine. Don't worry about the
There was
dog.
people crying, it was hideous.
Yeah, mate, yeah, I tell you what, you're always a lot of fun. Normally I would plug the website and invite people that if they've got something cool that flies, drives and floats to come on the show.
Of course.
Unrehearsed, you ready?
Yep. I hope you had a great time. Thanks for watching.
That was incredibly well done. If you've got something cool that flies, drives or floats, we want to know about it. Plus, if there's an event coming up that you're involved with, go to the website.
Which is?
ZoomTV.com.au. Go to the events page, tell us about it, send through some pictures, maybe some videos to help us give it a plug.
Do it safe.
You're a professional.
Sorry.
You're a professional. Well, there you go. We've just proved that WA has some pretty cool, unique things that Zoom, and we've done it. 3 cool things in one day. And
As if it needed proving. It was wonderful. We'd like to say thanks to Total Nissan and Catalina Adventures for the jet boat blast. It was fantastic.
And we also got to say thanks to City Toyota for the Segway tour with Segways WA. It was unreal.
And of course, our special guest, Chad, Wayne's son from City Toyota.
Chad was a legend. Yeah, he did really
well.
well.
And of course, Ken Ringrose from United Fuel Injection and all the guys there that made this experience possible, and MC Motorsports.
Oh, yeah, and for terrifying me. Big time. Seriously.
Now, I'll tell you what, we can't wait to visit another state and see what they've got that's cool, that zooms. All you've got to do is go to our website, zoomtv.com.au, and nominate your state. Now, we've got to go. Until next week, bye for now, and remember, whatever you do that zooms,
Make sure you do it safe. Get out of here.
Done.
Okay,
I'll tell you what, that was a lot of fun.
That was a good day.
And that's a wrap.